Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, coach therapist from DCTcentre, and joining me is Scott from Intuitive Insights and Tarots with Scott Yates. Hello, Scott.
Hi, Daiga. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just getting over sickness, which I've been suffering for 10 weeks. 10 weeks, 10 days.
10 days,
So
really?
uh, 10 days, yeah, I've been very down. Actually, you having problems at that time and counseling show was blessing for me. I
Yeah.
did couple shows which was scheduled, but I was literally dying in those shows, so I wasn't
Oh.
myself whatsoever.
Yeah, well, we were both needed a break at that time.
I think
So
I think we both work quite hard, and we needed one point. Just universe said you need little break, so
I really felt like that. Um, the big thing for me was I got this gut punch on Friday when I tried to renew my visa and I got denied. And then Saturday, we were supposed to do the show and I had no idea what was going to happen. I had all these doubts and fears. Um, so I just needed I wasn't in a good place to do the video at that time. I really have to be kind of up, and in a positive place to do my readings.
yeah, and that's for us is little bit different. For me, I at least don't have to channel at that time. Yes, okay, I try to be present and I try like with my shivers support your readings, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't need really to have this channel connection with universe all the time. I can be little bit down, yeah, what you can't. So, of course, you needed more rest than me at that point. So, okay, while we don't have any viewers yet, let's start from first questions what been sent in to me.
Okay.
And first question is from Luna. Just wondering, does Scott only read cards upright? I noticed the cards are never in the reverse position.
That's right. Let me explain that. Number one, I'm a student of Janine, and that's how Janine reads. And the other thing is, I've learned that in the old times with the original, like gypsies, they also read that way. And not only that, I've been thinking about it myself. And the modern playing cards are based on tarot. And have you ever noticed that modern playing cards don't have an up or down?
I didn't.
That's right. So the knight, the Joker, not the Joker. What's it called? The Jack, King, Queen. Either way you look at them, they're right side up. You see, because they have two heads like that, and also all the number cards. It doesn't matter which way they are. There's always one side that's up. And I thought, that's why they're done that way. Because really, I believe that the original way to read the cards is all right up. Because there's enough information there with all the cards that we have. We don't have to give different meanings to them being upside down.
And I think every tarot card reader actually has his own twist to cards as well.
That's true.
And
There's some
like
cards that have a different meaning for me than they have for Janine. But that's the one thing, and I just agree with it that the cards are meant to be read upright. They're expressive enough the way they are. You don't have to read them upside down, and it just introduces another lever of chaos into the cards that I don't think is necessary.
Okay, I hope Luna will be happy to this answer. Okay, next question is from Wendy. Can I count myself as light worker?
Okay. Well, usually if you feel that you are, then you are. That's the way it is, you know. Like people who say, do I have psychic powers or something? You usually know yourself. All right. Thank you for turning my camera on. This is for you, Wendy. Can you call yourself a light worker? This is the wish come true card. So, yes, of course you can. And this is advice for you. That kind of thought is blocking you, even having that kind of questioning, you know. So, yes, you're very empathic with this Queen of Cups. She is very in touch with her higher self, and you have a wish to be a light worker. And it's like a responsibility that you have. This Hierophant has a responsibility. So you are actually blocking yourself and denying yourself of something when you even ask that question. Okay.
And next one question from Wendy is, what I need to do to get better connected to my inner self?
Well, let's see what the cards have to say.
Okay, and while Scott is shuffling cards, uh, I want to remind everybody that we are taking in private clients. Scott is taking in private clients for tarot card reading, and I'm taking in private clients for coaching. So, and there it goes. Answer to Wendy's question: what I need to do to get better connected to my inner self.
Okay, so you're coming up at this Queen of Wands, and she's already connected with her higher self. This kind of goes back to the last spread where you're blocking yourself. You have to surrender to that and know that you've done the inner work, and it takes time for it to grow and blossom and ripen. Uh, Now, some advice for you is maybe get in touch with your intellect a little bit more. So I think you're very much in touch with your higher self with this lovers in the background. So you are on a spiritual level very connected to yourself. You have to work on your intellect a little bit. Um, so that might mean becoming a student. Not, I don't mean like going to university, but books, reading books, uh, not ordinary like textbooks, but books that are about spirituality, about connecting with the higher self. So that's, I think, would be a good way for you to get another layer of connecting to your higher self. I think on a spiritual level, you are very connected, but maybe on more of an intellectual level. Okay.
Okay. Next question is from Julie. Now on internet is going around sky price video called No More Illusions. This video put me in depression. She was talking that there won't be mad bats or any other promised technology in this timeline, and there won't be RV and QFS either. Apparently, she is getting that from channeled information. She has huge following and usually information is good. My question, is Sky Price Deep State Black Hat giving out this information?
First of all, I want to give some intuitive insight here. If you open a video and it makes you feel fear, doubt, depression, any of these negative feelings, turn it off. Don't watch it. Why are you watching that? That's exactly the type of thing that's going to bring you to a lower vibration, and that's going to slow the process of the Great Awakening for everybody. Okay, but going back to your question, she wants to know if they're deep state.
Yeah, is she deep state?
Okay, so let's take a look at that first. So I don't think they're deep state, but I think that this is someone who is trying to make a career for themselves on whatever, YouTube. They're on YouTube. So they have a wish. They're celebrating. And then the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups can be fickle. They can go back and forth. And so they've got a huge following. That's what this is. But I believe that it's a facade. With this 10 of Cups, that's an illusion. There's something about this person that they're what they're saying and how they're portraying themselves isn't what they really are. They're doing it for practical reasons to enrich themselves. Sorry. That's I see it. And they're celebrating behind the scenes with all the attention, adulation, and money that they're getting from it. But just my advice, anybody out there listening, if you click on a video, don't even click on videos that are negative like that. I mean, even if it is true, it's just going to bring you down. So we need to stay focused on the positive and the outcome that we want.
Then what we do, there is next one question in Sky Price information. Is Sky Price information real and legitimate?
Well, no, I just answered that. They're making it up as they go along. That 10 of Cups, it's a facade. It's not real.
Okay, let's maybe then next question is, will there really not going to be RV and QFS? Maybe let's ask, will there be RV and QFS in next 2 months.
Well, this person's concerned with, is this stuff real? So let's just ask if it's really going to happen. And in fact, I don't want to do a yes or no question. Let's just look at the RV and the QFS because they're connected. Let's just look at it in general. What is the universe? Okay. What does the universe want to tell us about the RV and the QFS?
And hello to Aroha. Aroha is coming and watching us now.
Oh.
Please ask us a question. We're waiting for questions. And very nice to see you again.
Yes, Aroha is a wonderful person. She's
wonderful person who is following us already from start. So thank you very much. Yes, you can ask. Pratibha, yes, you can ask. All questions is welcome.
The arrangements for the RV and QFS have been made already in the background. Okay, we got the lovers in the past. The devil is full of self-doubt, fear, things that keep us chained. And this is coming from a place where that type of doubt creates this depression and low vibration, but it's the good military is in control, or the good guys with this chariot. They're moving ahead quickly with it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. And this is a new monetary system. That's exactly what that is. With the Mr. T team, the Alliance, creating a new world. I get this every time this question is asked. That yes, the foundation has been laid already for in the background. And the new system is coming online, and it's being backed by the Alliance, and it's the end of an old way of doing things and the beginning of a new one. All right, so let's dispel those fears of like it's never going to happen. I've been waiting since 2010. So, people who are just hearing about this 2 or 3 years ago and are impatient for it to happen, just relax. I mean, there are those of us who've been waiting for 10, 11, 12 years, and I haven't lost hope.
There is some people who've been waiting for 30 years, so I can't imagine how they feel, really.
Yeah. I first heard about this from Benjamin Fulford and what's his name, David Wilcock. And I thought it was going to happen in 2011 or 2012. And when it didn't, I was disappointed, and things got quiet for a while. And then a couple of years ago, when I started hearing about the 17th letter of the alphabet and all this new information, okay, it's coming. Just be patient. And you know what? If it doesn't happen for another 10 years, I'm cool with that.
Okay, just live in the moment. We have question from viewer. Pratibha is asking, what's coming in my career? Will be successful and stable. What's coming in my career will be successful and stable.
All right. By the way, the star just flew out there while you were reading that question, which is abundance, or what's that key word? Anyway. yes.
Please keep
Looks
those
like it's
questions coming.
going to have a lot of momentum to it. In the near future, you might have some setbacks. I think they're going to be mostly from self doubt, not thinking I'm worthy or something like that. But this is a karmic justice that's due to you, and a rite of you'll be going through a rite of passage. So remember this: in the near future, the only thing that's going to hold you back is your own self doubt. Okay, because you got a big yes here, and the chariot charges forwards and takes no prisoners, and he's a fighter. All right. So be positive and believe in yourself. That's the most important thing.
Please keep those questions coming. We're waiting for more of your questions. Now, next one question from those which I collected from people is, will there be more lockdowns in next 3 months in England?
Okay.
And question is from Andres. Will there be more lockdowns in next 3 months in England?
So I think that's a possible yes, but it's going to be for a good reason. It's a strategic move. It's like there's a creative reason for it coming from a loving place. So you're going to have to reach in and reach down, deep down, and be strong. Trust in the alliance and the new path that is being forged forward. Okay, the people in England have been put into uncomfortable positions. This is a way of waking people up. And I know people are probably sick of hearing this. Every time Janine says it, I'm like, oh no, not again. But yeah, if it happens, it will be for a strategic reason from the alliance to further their ends. Okay.
Okay, please keep those questions coming. At the moment, we don't have from viewers any questions. Next question is from Mara. And she is asking, in Latvia, mainstream media is all the time advertising that there can be third world war and possible use nuclear weapons. Is there any truth to it?
I grew up in the 80s in Florida, and they were telling us there was going to nuclear war any minute back then. The mainstream media, and it never happened.
I remember I've been growing up in Latvia, and there was all the time when I grew up, that's 80s as well, 70s, 80s, and all the time we've been preparing for from school. You have to evacuate You have to go on buses and you will go on this location. And my mom and dad at home, no, you're not going anywhere. You run back home to us.
Yeah, right.
It's,
I remember I had to plan that if I ever heard the emergency broadcast and they said that the missiles were in the air, I lived near the Kennedy Space Center, which had to be a target. That's where they launched all the, the rockets for NASA. So my plan was I was going to steal the first fastest car that I could find, get on I-95 and head straight towards Cape Kennedy so I could be as close to ground zero as possible, because I didn't want to live in an apocalyptic world. I'd seen Mad Max. I didn't want to live like that. I'd rather just go out in a blaze of glory. All right, so let's take a look.
I know I have to run home. I know I have to run home. Where we go from there, God knows. Probably again in the basement or something, but yeah, I needed to run home. Please keep those questions coming.
So this is a way for the networks to get rich. They know by giving this, fear porn that people will tune in, and that brings them money. And it's also a way of keeping people's vibrations low. With this 10 of Wands, you've got more than you can handle. But the 4 of Pentacles is stay safe, firm, and it's a stable home environment, so it's not going to happen. All right, and with this Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands, this is the rumors of war. You remember in the Bible, there's one of the lines that said there will be wars and rumors of wars, and that's what this is. But no. In fact, everybody should go research that nukes are a hoax. There aren't any such thing as nuclear weapons. I know that's hard for a lot of people to swallow, just like the flat Earth is. But I've looked into it a lot, and all the videos of nuclear bombs going off and everything around nuclear energy is a hoax. So go do some research on that.
And Aroha is laughing at me. Again, shoveling sneaks in. Yeah, I actually, a couple times, there is some other thing what I didn't even know. For many years I've been coach, yeah, and I didn't know I pronounced wrong, yeah. I didn't know that, and somebody from viewers only tell me, I know I need to tell you and you will remember, yeah. So, but it still sneaks in because so many years I've been coach for 10 years now, yeah. And for 10 years I've been constantly pronouncing wrong and nobody pick on it. Even my boyfriend, who is English, never pick on it, yeah. So
yeah, I remember hearing you say that, and I just didn't have the heart to correct you. And I've been an English teacher for 18 years, and that's not my job anymore. So.
No, but obviously there is different people, but I love to learn right way. Okay, I understand I speak 3 languages, so nobody expects from me perfection in every language, yeah. But still, I try to learn right way, yeah. And I do say thank you very much for everybody who is telling me something, yeah. So Thank you for correcting me. Next question is from Anna. What cards can say about situation in Poland and way forward in next 2 months? And please keep those questions coming. Today, our viewers is quite lazy about questions. Probably it's our fault because last week we didn't do the show, so today we have less viewers than usual. But we sometimes need to take time out and just rest. Sorry about that. Hello, Christina. Thank you for coming on the show. Please keep your questions coming.
Okay, so we're talking about Poland now, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Poland for 2 months.
What's coming in the next 2 months? Daiga, what's been going on in Poland? Do you know?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I'm not Polish. I have no clue.
Okay, because you're Eastern European. I thought maybe you know more about it than I do. So
I think similar as Latvia, probably. Fear mongering all the time, I think.
right. So saber rattling, talk of war. You know what's
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
That's an illusion. That's a facade. It's not real, and it's there to get people disappointed and keep people sad and worried. But it looks like it's going to turn around with this Wheel of Fortune. So whatever has been going on in the past, it's going to flip in the next couple of months. So the advice for the Polish people is your fears and anxiety over the situation are not something that's real. And there's a happy surprise coming with this Page of Wands. Things are going to get much lighter, much more uh, happy, especially with this Wheel of Fortune. Good things are coming to Poland.
Please keep your questions coming, Christina, Roja, Pratibha. Please keep your questions coming. We still need questions. Next question we have from Isabella. Can cards say how next month will look like in Romania?
Romania. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, keep your questions coming, please. And if you like our show, please don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels, because I try to build my channel as well, and on my channel is lots of different people, different chats with people, wisdom messages. So please look up my channel and sign up for my channel.
So it looks like the alliance has been working hard to give Romania like a new beginning. The outcome is the moon. So there might be very dark in the next couple months. It might feel that way. But your advice is you're going to be celebrating like the rainbow after the storm. The King of Pentacles is very giving, hardworking. Eight of Pentacles is hard work as well. That's already been done. But that moon, it's almost like, oh, okay. Looks like more people need to wake up in Romania. I think the alliance is disappointed with how slowly things have been. People have been waking up there. Once that happens, then you'll see an ending to the got this devil in the background, the lockdowns, the hard times. So once again, it's that story that, you know, the normies need to wake up. All right. I think things are going to feel dark. They're going to feel, you know, like you're going into a dangerous territory. But there are successes in the background, and better days are coming. It's ending soon. And then we got the world, which is another ending. So all this stuff from this guy is going to be ending soon. Hang in there, people. Stay positive. I know it's hard.
I think everywhere at the moment is just hanging there. Christina is telling, I was just catching up what's happening in Russia. They prohibited from using World War about the Ukraine situation. Social media getting banned, but they have VPN. So I feel like my problems are very small. Christina, I think your problems is not small because, okay, there is big picture of war in Ukraine and so many things happening everywhere around the world, but every person's problem is their most important one.
Right.
And we are here, Scott and I, here to help every single person to feel better about anything what's bothering you at the moment. Yeah, it's not case we only want to look on world situation. We here to help you. So every your question, there is no stupid questions. There is no small questions.
That's right.
Yeah.
Daiga, last Friday, when I got the bad news about my visa and I didn't know what was going to happen in the future, that was the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
I didn't care what was going in Russia or the deep state or any. My immediate life and possibly losing everything that I have here, that was the most important thing to me at that moment.
Exactly. And we are here to help you to clear out your minds about wherever you are, in what situation you are. So there is no stupid questions and no small questions. Every question is welcome. We have one question. Current feelings of Radhika for Balram. Balram is asking current feelings of Radhika. I think that's the place where he's coming from or where he lives now.
Can you spell that?
Radhika.
Pretty good with geography. I've never heard of that place.
It's probably some town, I think. Maybe he can clarify.
That's okay. I don't need to know. But he just wants to know in general.
Yeah, current feelings of Radhika. Balaram is asking.
Okay.
Balaram is asking.
All right. So I'm just going to do a general read about that place, see what the universe has to tell us.
Yeah, he said, yes, I'm right. It's town.
Which country is it in? Just curious.
Please, can you tell us what country it is, please?
All right. So the cards are saying that this is your hometown. I know it sounds silly, but
Okay,
maybe it was
something.
talking to me because I didn't know. So this is where your house is. This is where your family is. This is where your lover is.
It's in India.
Okay.
And city Rishikesh. Rishikesh. Rishikesh.
All right. So the querent, the person asking this question, has a lot of misgivings about that place. They
Okay,
think,
sorry, there is little misunderstanding. Radhika is a girl,
oh,
and city is Rishikesh.
okay.
So
All right.
you're reading about girl.
Oh, I'm reading about the girl. All right. So there's somebody who loves her. Maybe it's a romantic love in her life. I'm wondering if recently did she get a new home or no new house with this Ace of Pentacles, or maybe she got a new job, or somebody's given her some money in the past. Her family is very important to her, and there's someone around her who loves her. I think it's a romantic love. She is the type of person that is gives very good counsel. Like she has a lot of wisdom, and people can come to her with her problems and ask her for advice. And she gives very good advice, and she's a bit of a fighter too. So ask her, does she have another question? Because that was just a general read about
Yes,
her.
she got a new home. Do you have
Oh
another?
yeah.
Do you have another question, please?
Yeah, because that was just like a general reading. I focused on that name, and even though I thought it was a place, I think it doesn't really matter because the universe knows it was for her. You understand?
Yeah, that's
But that was a general reading. She's
cheeky question. Will she call me today? He has another question. Will she call me today?
well, that's up to her.
Okay. Will you try to answer this question?
No,
Okay. Um,
no, it's
Christina. Christina is asking, I like to know if anything but food and power prices will be affected in Finland.
if anything but food.
But food and power prices will be affected in Finland.
She said, "Well, anything but."
I like to know if anything but food and power prices will be affected in Finland.
Okay, so I wonder if she means anything other than food and power.
I think
Like,
so. She means
yeah.
anything other than food and
So
power.
that would mean like clothes, rent.
Of course, you can ask more questions.
Okay, so there's going to be a slow change. It's going to happen slowly. This Four of Pentacles. He's holding on to things tightly. He's not. Let me see.
Christine is asking this question.
Okay. So things that have material value, I think, will probably go up. Things that are material things. So things that are made, you know, or at least you're going to hear that they're going up. And you might have to work more in order to have the same things that you had before. So I would say, yeah. And just thinking practically, anything that has to be trucked, anything that requires fuel to move from where it was made to where it's bought, it's going to go up. I mean, that's just common sense, right?
Christine is asking, will there be serious trouble in Finland? Let's make time frame in next 2 months, yeah?
Serious.
We would be very grateful if you consider small tips for your questions. If you can afford, please. Scott and I would be very, very grateful if you consider that. And all your tips will be shared between us, and our tip jar account, PayPal account is below the video. So we would kindly ask you if you be able to donate some tips for us.
Seems like Finland is at a crossroads right now, going in a new direction. I think this is the monetary system in the background. We've got the alliance. This lover's card is often means the alliance working together to make a slow, gradual change. Nothing serious. Anything that you hear is going to be serious problems. Nine of Swords, that means it's really not. So no, I mean, no serious problems. No missiles are going to be landing in your backyard or anything like that.
Next one question is from Pratibha. I want to know what's my spiritual gifts and life purpose. That's Pratibha. Do you want me to spell, Scott?
No. So that's two questions, though. So I'm going to look at the first one. What are her spiritual gifts?
Spiritual gifts, yeah.
strength. Generosity. With this 9 in the backgrounds, she, I'm assuming it's a woman, is able to handle a lot of like negativity, and it won't kill her. In other words, that sounds a little harsh, but I don't mean it to sound that way. She can absorb a lot of negative energy and still survive, and it won't destroy her because of strength that she has from past lifetimes. She's a very generous person. Have this father and mother card. She has the ability to channel divine masculine and divine feminine. And she can, just like this 9 of Wands here, this 5 of Cups. So people are able to dump a lot of their emotional baggage on her. And she can give wise counsel from a male perspective and a female perspective. All right. So counseling, listening to other people's problems. And she has the strength to take in those negative feelings and then dissipate it and give those people, like, to take the weight off their shoulders. Okay.
And now let's go for life purpose. Yeah, what's Pratibha's life purpose?
Well, actually, that question was answered in that reading, and it's just what I said. Be a counsel, listening to people who have a heavy heart or heavy emotions, and she's able to take that into herself and then release it back into the universe, giving those people peace.
And now I think we go for our last question. If there is nothing coming out from viewers, we go for our last question. What advice universe wants to give us all who is watching this program till next week?
All right.
And if you like our show, please share, like, subscribe to both of our channels, and please help me build my channel. Look up information there. There is lots of information different from Scott's. Scott, we doing our next show next Saturday, 9 o'clock GMT time, yeah?
Yes.
So please, everybody who join us today and everybody who is watching this show, next show will be on next Saturday, that's 2nd of April, 9 o'clock GMT time. We all, please collect your questions. If you want, you can send your questions to me. So there
Okay,
you go.
so our emotions in the recent past have been going up and down. Uh, we have moments of great joy and hope, and then moments of sadness and despair. Okay. And right now, everybody is at the end of the ropes. They're just, they feel like they're just barely hanging in there. But take heart, because this Three of Wands is going into new territory. And again, we got this Wheel of Fortune. It's the second time it's come up in the outcome. So things are about to turn around. Keep fighting the good fight. Guard yourself, your emotions, with this armor of the Chariot that the Chariot has. He knows that his ego is very vulnerable. So we wear our spiritual armor on the outside to protect us to protect our ego from all that mainstream news that we're hearing. But take heart, people. The Wheel of Fortune means that things are going to turn around. Okay? It will get better. I promise.
Okay, and on that note, is there anything else, Scott, you want to tell our viewers today?
No, that's all for me.
And from my side, I want to say thank you, everybody who is supporting us. Thank you, your support, your questions, your following us, all your interactions with me. I'm really appreciated. Keep coming your questions, because all my shows is only because of you. Without you, there won't be show. And from our hearts to yours, thank you very much for watching, and God bless.
Goodbye.